Here you can see a group of pilgrims with their pastor. We're actually going to do a last little round when they finish here before their breakfast inside Ducanaltum. They're leaving today. They're originally from various countries in Latin America and they're working in Spain. And there they gather to thank the Lord and worship and pray on a regular basis. It's a lovely morning. Thanks be to God. There's a wonderful commentary in the letter to the Corinthians about the greatest gifts. And what would be the greatest gifts you have? And many people have beautiful talents, wonderful talents. Many different ways. If the human being is the greatest of the creation in the universe, then obviously parenting is an awesome talent. Bringing life into the world, another human being. And raising children, great gift that's given to parents. Yesterday I had a special joy welcoming a family from France with two boys, 12 and 10 years old. And just so much love in those children. I know the mom since she was about 15 years old. I was already working in Germany and her older brother was considering the priesthood as a possibility, so that's how I knew the family. And then to see her yesterday with her husband here visiting his family, and the joy and the life of these children that's bubbling inside their hearts and minds and soul. And what a great gift. In the context of Paul's letter, he's talking about the spiritual gifts. And there was kind of an imbalance, or they didn't have their act together very well. So he said, well, the three greatest gifts are faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. Because we won't need faith in heaven, we'll be there before God. And we don't need hope because all the trials will be behind us. And what we will be living is the fullness of love. Forever. The greatest gift is love. Doesn't mean the other gifts aren't necessary. And Paul, in today's reading that we have from the Thessalonians, is emphasizing this, to work on love, the greatest gift we have, to develop our strength of love. Love is like a muscle as well. First of all, it's a gift that's given to us. But you could give somebody a violin or a piano, and if they don't practice and learn how to play, then it's going to stay undeveloped. A Every one of us has the gift of our bodies, and if we don't do some exercise activity every day, we'll become very lethargic and won't be able to move at some point. And then the athlete doing exercise and sport is taking that to another level. To be able to reach high performance with their bodily strengths, lifting weights, jumping heights, running the 100-yard dash faster, the marathon, the triathlon, the Ironman, all the different levels. So we could think about that as well when we're reading this letter of St. Paul. He says, God is teaching each of us to love. God himself is teaching us. A commentator here this morning pointed out that in Isaiah chapter 54, after the song of the suffering servant, it says that God will teach all the children, every single child of Jerusalem himself. So the people of salvation in God's realm, he's teaching us. He's teaching everyone. He's reaching to every heart to love. And we just remember then the classical definition of love is love wills the good of the other. We're not talking here about sentiments that are called love, about romantic feelings that are called love, about emotions. We're talking about willing the good of the other, celebrating the good of the other, affirming the good of the other, serving the good of the other. Encouraging the good of the other, assisting the good of the other. Like the famous basketball play, you know, the assist. Somebody else puts in the basket, scores. The assist, that's a great role of love. That's what parents do with their children, grandparents. They give a little assist. People working in public service, cleaning streets. There's a tremendous amount of services that go on in the city. I'd never thought about it, but there was a guy here who was a pilgrim, and he works underwater. They get a bonus pay for this work because it's very hard. They're always underwater, and they're solving all the problems. Can you imagine this? This is a kind of a strong thought, okay? So just be ready for it. But they're working, making sure the sewage systems are working. And if there are problems, they have to fix them. Imagine all the pipes in all the cities of the world carrying out sewage. And nobody ever thinks about those guys doing that work. So many people doing the patient work every day of doing medical analysis of blood samples. We just see the doctor or the nurse, but there's a lot of people in behind there. Imagine growing in love in the work we do, the service we provide, the way we treat each other. And we can connect all this with the parable of the talents that we have today in Matthew 25. Yesterday was the parable of the virgins, the wise and the foolish ones, but we had John the Baptist instead. So just in the cycle of the daily readings. Think about that. The talent you have, the greatest talent you have is not being CEO or being prime minister, being professor, being the #1 violinist in an orchestra. Your talent is love. If you are a CEO, if you are a president, if you're cleaning the sewers of a city, if you're doing whatever, your greatest talent is love, because you're providing a service for other human beings, and you do that with love, not just for a salary. You need a salary to provide for your family, but you're doing it for love. And that's what the great satisfaction is in life, to know, to be able to carry out deeds of love that are a blessing for people, so their lives can be enhanced, so they can grow better, that they themselves can be a gift to others. This is amazing to be able to do this. People, God bless you. The Lord comes to rule the earth with justice, and especially through you in your gift of love. You bring order into the world with your love. No question about it.